Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Supreme Ruler 2020 as Italy in the Blitzkrieg Scenario. In the last episode we managed to gain a bit of territory from Canada, but also a very short war, quote unquote, with the United States. And as I said before, this is now a time scale. It's now February 25th, 2024. Unfortunately, the economy was improved a bit for a while, and I have in between episodes been sending reinforcements from Europe to North America. Also, I have finally managed to build a new dock in Bayonne, so now I have ships coming in. But there's just one problem. On February 21st, Venezuela decides to declare war. Of all the nations, it has to be Venezuela. Concerning the one bad news, I checked for everybody, and for some reason, everybody else seems to have a casus belli against us. So, this means war could break out at any moment. And right now, it's Venezuela. Who's next? I have no idea. Will it be a Caribbean nation, or will it be a nation from Asia, Middle East, or even, well, an African nation? I don't know, but right now it's practically near impossible, at this moment at least, to try and improve relations, because I don't get it. Well, then again, it must be because of my expansion, I guess, but really, it's kind of ridiculous. And now I had to continue and go to war with Venezuela. I could make peace, but I kind of want to see if it's possible to punish them by taking over Aruba and Willemstad, and maybe take over a portion up here, including these oil derricks, and probably up towards, I guess, Coro. And I don't know about heading towards this direction, towards Maracaibo, and maybe towards this direction where the capital is. Which is not going to be easy, I'm sure, even with no artillery and anti-tank units. But right now, I have a large army over here just standing by, so I just send my aircraft as well. However, I do have some ships that are slowly making their way, but I will have the majority of my navy deployed somewhere else. This patrol ship better get away. Now I got destroyers, and I'm going to see if it's possible to send them all the way up towards here. And what? Units coming off our production lines are unable to deploy due to lack of reserves. Yeah. Lack of reserves, huh? 15,000 people, at least. Even if I excuse me, increase salaries a bit, it probably won't be enough anyway. Not to mention, I'm sure the training will be taking a long time after all. Right now, though, our economy is severely bad right now. Our social spending has dramatically skyrocketed. Even if I slightly reduce a few things, spending, taxes are going to increase to 50% at the moment. But I don't know if that's going to balance out. I'm pretty sure it won't, but that's the best I can do. And right now, almost all the armies and navies are deployed, but those that are out in the Pacific, I am not going to bother. Also, I probably should have checked one thing, the medium, that's fine. Anybody else over here? There are a few, but they are going to be reserved as well. And our economy is dropping really quickly now. In the meantime, our navy, mostly destroyers, are heading out. I also got to check our relations, and our relations with the other nations, our allies, are actually still good, despite their casus belli for war, which I, once again, still don't understand, because in case you all forget, Canada declared war on us, and also, the United States also declared war on us for whatever reason. I really don't know why Italy has gotten such bad rep with every other neighbor. I don't get it, and I don't think I ever want to bother. Belarus? They don't have Belarus, and even, well, except Russia, I guess. They kind of have a casus belli, but we have a casus belli, unfortunately, but we're not going to war with them yet. Maybe that's the reason, because we haven't declared war on the one nation that's kind of being hated by the rest of the world. I don't know. Belarus, no casus belli, but our relations are kind of cold, if you can say that. So, in the meantime, the Georgia Republic is losing territory. Azerbaijan growing at first. Elsewhere, North Korea still here. Let's see. Russia has only partial amount of territory on the eastern part of their lands. And of course Nigeria. Still growing, failing to grow in size because Sudan has seemingly counterattacked. Well, sort of. And also this unusual patch of Egypt gaining territory as well. I don't quite get how that works. The Congo Democratic Republic is still strong, but Nigeria's once strong economy is now collapsing rather quickly. Social spending. Do I really have to do this? Do I really have to decrease to... Ah, boy. And that's the thing about right now for Italy. Everything is expensive. Even with high taxes, it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Anyway, one of the 3 transports are here. Anybody else that I sent out? Yep, here they are, slowly making their way across the Atlantic, but I will gather them up over here so that they can be loaded up and possibly sent down to South America. Military facilities are being built everywhere now. Land fabrications and all that. And despite all the other construction projects though, what do you expect? Anyway, the road here is almost fully built. I could build a port somewhere, but considering the economy right now. Actually, speaking of DEFCON, I'll keep it high for now, but wait a minute. Yeah, on second thought, I'll reduce that to elevated since preparedness is also ridiculously expensive. Now, where are those destroyers? Here they are. Slowly making their way across the Atlantic. Very slowly. It's too bad that once an AI nation has made an alliance with somebody else, and if that nation just declared war with no provocation, they remain allies. Even though the relations should have been, well, practically almost non-existent because of the unexpected war, but also they should have chose, should they support Venezuela? In this case, for the UK, should they support Venezuela, or they should maintain our alliance with Italy? I don't know which way. But it's the same with the United States. They are allies, but they just won't break their relations, unfortunately. Oh, and they actually had a election. But the DEFCON has increased to 2 now. Don't know why. But let's see. Defeated 19 president. Blah, blah, blah. So the UK's regional government has been defeated in an election. What about... No, nobody else. Oh, and I forgot. Nicaragua has finally fallen. So Mexico is now a new empire in this region. Although whether or not they're going to war with El Salvador or even Honduras, that's for the foreseeable future, I guess, but I don't know. But right now, the Dominican Republic has allied with Mexico, and Chile has also allied with Mexico as well. Domestic prices and our economy is collapsing fast. But it's slowly, very slowly being balanced a little bit. Just a little, but I will increase social spending just a bit as well. Now, where are those ships? Okay, they are moving along very slowly. Transports at... Why is there a Norwegian transport here? Where are they going exactly is my question. I don't get it. Oh, and I guess I reluctantly gotta unlock these so that my minister could probably start selling a few things. Also, try and maintain all these at maximum capacity, since the demands are going to be pretty massive after all. Self-sufficient in a way, but best to be safe. And decrease domestic prices one thing, but also sell excess of military materials so that we can hopefully sell whatever we can. At least hopefully. Oh, and you're wondering where these territorial gains are from? Well, it turns out we actually do have some amount of territory here from the German Reich. But, wait. Thank you, India. What's your economy, though? Very good. But, $43 billion? Okay, thank you for being our ally despite your problems with China, Pakistan, and your neighbors. But I suppose I could send you a few things. Okay, particularly technology. And I guess that, I guess these, and don't know about the uranium. I guess I'll give them that. How much will that cost? $1 billion, of course, so I suppose that's fine. Our economy is briefly recovered, despite the problems still. That's fine. Okay, our 2 ships are here, but where are those other ships? Here they are, really slowly, moving slowly across the Atlantic again. This transport's a little slower than these, which are the ones I'm trying to build in larger numbers. If I could, yeah, the A5326 type, not the, not this one, the A5327. Wait, are these this? No, no, those are 26. My bad. Anyway, I also built some other land fabrication. Last episode, I was starting to build a few other things, including land fabrication as well. Also in between, I have begun constructing a fortress over here. This is going to be somewhat of a choke point, if you will. But I will, and I have reserved a few units at this barracks. A radar station is already built, so we can now see what's over here. And they have a lot of. The United States does have a lot of Storm Hunter tanks, and a lot of transports, aircraft. One Storm Hunter is 2 damaged and trapped. That's one thing. The fortress, another 6 days. The rest of these, the air defense is another, just 1 day, so we can deal with any air attacks, particularly this Venom and an Osprey that's just sitting here. What else? Supply depots being built, airfields being built, so we can have an Air Force station there, hopefully. So anyway, the ships are coming in. Now, oh yeah, I forgot about South Africa, who are beginning to lose a lot of territory as Rhodesia is counterattacking. Namibia, I have no idea what they're doing. Mozambique, shockingly, South Africa has failed to conquer the capital. Would have an opportunity to grow in size and to deal with two different fronts for Rhodesia to contend with, but that's not gonna happen. Madagascar, please tell me you're... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And I have a small territory on this island, mostly of these industrial consumer mids everywhere, so that's our secondary supply after all. I really don't know about Mauritius, however you say, no offense. Probably a very easy conquest, if possible. Deploy a few troops here, land them onto the Port Louis, I guess. Although, why are there roads going in 3 different directions? I don't quite get it. At least in my head. And they only about 2 other islands. Well, except for here as well. Let's see, Moroni and Muda? Don't know how to say that. Multi-stage rockets. Oh, and I have increased spending a bit. And several designs we need for our military. We're gonna need them. We still have a lot of research that we are going to do research anyway, but I only have one other research center being built somewhere. Okay, air defense start built. Research efficiency, I am going to increase to probably 100%. I don't think that's a good idea in the end. Probably. But we are going to need a lot of stuff to be built anyway. Designing, including our own Storm Hunter type tanks. It still will take a while though, since, as I said, domestic price is too high. Social spending. Okay, the spending was a little too high, so I'll reduce that to 90%. Now, where are those destroyers? Okay, this is probably not a good idea. They just ran out of fuel. That sucks. So the journey here will be a lot longer, especially when we have a navy. This isn't really gonna work. The transports, I guess they can make it, but I don't know. But I might as well try by start loading up. Fast. Load onto that transport. Now load onto another one. Okay. That's one thing. Oh, and they should really be here, actually. Much easier than just telling them to transport onto them on these ships and having to wait. There goes another one. This one. Who else? Two more, actually. And that's it, actually. Okay. Send more reinforcements, I guess. And these recon units. The majority of my navy here, though. Probably no point. Reserve them again. Finish the frigate. Huh. Well, I guess it's interesting to see a variety of different ships. Portuguese, Spanish, UK, British, I mean. Finnish, Norwegians, on occasion. And I don't know about the Swedish, though. Yeah, it looks like the majority are just sitting around in Scandinavia. Anyway, load up onto that transport. And I think that's about it. I need to move the ones that can't be loaded away. Yeah, you're loaded, you're loaded, you're loaded. Alright. Group together and head out to Venezuela on a long journey. As our combat ships are now trapped. Well, then again, I'm not really 100% familiar of how to refuel these ships in this game, unfortunately. Really don't know about my Air Force. It's probably not even possible, but could always try. But I still don't. But I'm pretty sure it will not work. It definitely will not. It won't. I'm sure they do not have the range. Same can be said for whatever aircraft I deployed anywhere. At least over here. Well. Currently I have over 247 aircraft of different types. 148 ships reserved, plus 42. Do the math. Our army, of course, is massive. But I'm probably going to scrap a few. It's costing a lot to maintain some of these. Some I'm sure are just recently built, but having the same type of designs is probably not going to help. The Pumas, I will scrap a few. That's about it. And a few more, and that's it. I have a lot of Pumas. LAVs, those units, these units, Leopards, and a couple of tanks, including our own home-built designs. And that's about it. Alright, I still have a few aircraft that are probably going to be redeployed somewhere else. Actually, I don't know if it's possible they can reach all the way over here. We might as well try. I also have plenty of attack helicopters here as well. Well, I could send them over to Gander first and head toward North America. I don't know. Okay, here come the aircrafts, and this is not gonna work. Not so sure the transport ship could work. What type, however, I really don't know. Because how am I supposed to know which one can refuel a vessel at this distance? That's my question. Fortunately, I have LSTs, I have all these other designs, and that's about it. Other transports. Okay, at least two that are just sitting around. Might as well get over here. And of course, we had a message that the fortress itself is now finished. All we gotta wait is for the supply depot, fortifications, and the airfield to be done. Now, as for those aircraft, actually, is it possible to reach there? I don't know. Okay, some of the aircraft can reach there, but okay, you can reach there. All the others are going to have to stay over here for now before heading toward here, and then final destination is, well, I suppose at Gagetown, I guess. How's our economy? Not really much difference. Yep, these aircraft are practically useless. For distance is obviously not gonna work. I figured anyway. It has to be a transport type ship, but sadly, I'm not that familiar which ship should be able to refuel warships at sea. Civilian cargo? Is it these? Not really sure. Well, then again, I probably should have checked to see how much distance and fuel they can carry. But I don't know. I really don't know. Stromboli, and so these two can attack submarines. Carriers, we have two carrier designs, of course. So that's one thing to think about that we could build, but I'm not gonna bother. We have no submarines, which doesn't really make sense. We still have 4 carrier designs. We have 9 frigates, 19 patrol and core support types, and 13 transports. Now, however, I'm still not sure about some of these transports. Now, there's a troop transport, but probably not gonna help. Which one exactly can refuel? If it's possible, I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know. Oh well. Everything, our economy and everything all that is improved greatly, surprisingly. So this is going to be a long journey if it's possible, since this is much longer than reach toward North America. The hell? Where? Okay, I have a frigate that's over here, but where are those? You know what? Why do I bother? Oh well, I'm not gonna bother sending helicopters there. Might as well just start building some in the first place. So, what are we building here exactly? Currently only one, mostly a Hirundo anti-sub warfare. Okay. I am building some tornadoes. Well, interceptors at least, so we can have some air dominance. Now, for land fabrications here, which doesn't show why, here's 0. Doesn't make sense. We're just building some leopards. And over here, engineers and engineers, trying to build up a large tank force as well. So that's one thing. But still, Venezuela. All you wanted was that little territory, but if there was an option to give some territory, I probably would gladly just give them away. But nope, there's no such thing. Now I gotta deal with a war with Venezuela, and I really just want to capture capture a few territory and see if it's possible to make peace in the end, but that's probably just a dream in the future, I guess. Electron gun stabilization, that's one good news, I guess. So I've got a lot of other stuff to research though. Most of which I could ask to buy. There's a naval electric drive. I'll ask for that, so I'll exchange for something. If they want. Anything, that is. Okay, none of those. What about warfare? No. Well, I guess I could pay them anyway. $5 billion. It's a price to pay. Portugal, do you have anything? Yeah, okay, you have that. The UK. Laser gyro stabilizers, technology, tactical internet. That could be nice to have. Advanced combat aircraft. All of that I'm gonna ignore. Okay, taxes are still gonna remain at 50.9%. Social spending 25.8%. So it's probably a small forlorn hope that maybe things will get balanced out. Education only 73%. Infrastructure 75%. Environment 73%. Social assistance only 31%. All these others, it's just one problem after another. Okay, our other naval ships are never gonna move, it seems, so now they're stuck, which sucks. As for our transports, it's a long journey. Whoops. Our supply depot here is built, and I also have begun building 2 naval applications so we can have some additional presence in North America to have a navy here. Even though we are building just very few ships if we can. Don't know why it doesn't really show that we have capacity to build any, so I don't know. Might as well build a Vittorio Veneto class, or well, if we're gonna build somewhat quickly, I might as well just build the Odache class. I don't know how to pronounce that, unfortunately. It doesn't really give a hint how to pronounce. Another naval fabrication that for some reason there's no way to see. I guess a frigate. Lupo class, or I guess I'll build 2 of those, I guess. Domestic prices are too high, understandable. Okay, so we're finally starting to build more ships. Yeah, a lot of ships now. Missiles. I have begun a massive building spree of all these different missile designs. Almost all of them. And that's fine. Aircraft. Ooh, Typhoon's almost done. So, we're gonna have another Typhoon built. But where else? Here? I think we have enough attack choppers, so probably focus on air dominance, so build some tornadoes. None here. Well, I do have a B-52, but I'm not gonna build those. I'm gonna build tornadoes again. That's fine. Keep building B-52s, I guess. Gagewood. Gagetown, I mean. Right. AMX Embraer 81. I guess I'll start building that. Greenwood. One fabrication's almost done. So, build just in case 4 of those. B-52, B-52, a tornado again. Some of these aircraft. Those are almost done, but I will probably start building something else. Multi-roles, I guess, like the Eurofighter Typhoons. Paris. You're fine. Rome. Tornadoes, and that's about it. Okay, I better take a look at statistics a little bit. Economy. The United States is the richest nation now. Second to Iraq. Okay. Canada, Saudi Arabia. Alright. Debt. The United States is the top. We are 4th place. GDP. Oh, Qatar, huh? That's interesting. Population, China, India, the US, and Nigeria. We are 4th. Page 2. Unit kills, China and Russia. No surprise about those two. Unit losses. Whoa. Russia has lost a lot. Casualties. Russia, China, Turkey, and India. Yikes. Where are we? 226. All the way down here, just below Rhodesia. Huh. Land lost. Nigeria. Staff. Yeesh. Build capacities. We are at the top, particularly for our army. Air Force. Yeah. Air Force. China. It seems. Well, Russia actually. Navy. Surprisingly, we're at the top of that. Missiles, the United States. Page 3. The territorial area, Russia, China, the US, Canada, Nigeria, Brazil. We are down here, just below the UK. Page 4. Should I really bother? Supporting voters, I really don't see the point. Political leaning, a lot of conservatives, moderates, and several liberals. Yeah. Government type. Theocracies, dictatorships, communist, monarchs, and the majority being democratic. Alright. Page 5. Total score, Dominican Republic is at the top. Diplomatic, Norway. Economic score, Dominican Republic again. Technology score, India. Approval, Dominican Republic. Military score, Nigeria. Yikes. Well, that kind of shows how powerful Nigeria is. Now, where are those ships? Are they able to reach there? Well, looks like the transports still have enough fuel right now, so they can reach there. It's just that our warships cannot. So they might be able to reach Venezuela eventually and start landing somewhere. I'll probably deploy only one transport each to attack Willemstad and Aruba, but I forgot to check one thing. Military goods, not quite a lot actually compared to our 7 billion tons, at least. But I'm going to stop right here. I hope you enjoyed this, even though there's, at the moment, nothing to do. Our economy's surprisingly improved. Our approval rating's gone down again. No surprise about that. But this is a interesting, slow start to our invasion of Venezuela. I don't know about conquering Venezuela to have our own foothold into South America, since Brazil will be getting a lot of territory if that happens. But it would be interesting when they have to deal with two fronts, actually, two-front war, actually. Brazil and us. How will that work out? I don't know. I pray we are not going to get war-decked by anybody else. Primarily Canada and the United States, since I'm not so sure about our military presence here. Or even the Caribbean nations, for that matter. That would suck if that happens. But I hope you enjoyed this, and see you again in the next episode.